Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a delicious chicken teriyaki with roasted broccoli and pineapple and cilantro rice. So for this recipe, we're going to be using 4 chicken breasts, 1 large pineapple, 2 to 3 heads of broccoli, 5 garlic cloves, a 1-inch piece of ginger, soy sauce, honey, brown sugar, rice vinegar, sesame oil, sesame seeds, cornstarch, jasmine rice, and fresh cilantro. I will have the exact measurements for all of the ingredients in the video description. So to begin, we're just going to cut our pineapple. So I'm just cutting all of the outside off of the pineapple, and then I'm just going to cut it into quarters and cut the tough core out of the middle. And then we're just cutting this down into bite-sized pieces. You guys could cut this into any size pieces if you want them to be a little bit smaller, if you have small children in your family. And then to make the sauce, we're just going to add soy sauce and some brown sugar. We're going to use 4 tablespoons. And then I'm going to use a peeler, and I'm just going to peel the skin from the ginger root. It is best to use fresh ginger root, but if you guys want to use a ginger paste, you can definitely do that. I'm just using a hand grater and just grating the ginger directly into the sauce. And then I'm just peeling the garlic, and the same thing with the garlic. You just want to grate it with one of these little hand graters, or you can use garlic paste. All of these ingredients really are to your taste, so just keep tasting the sauce and adjust it as you need to. Be very careful with the sesame oil. It is a really strong flavor. And if you feel like the sauce needs to be sweeter, just add a little bit more honey. So I did end up adding a little bit more honey and also a little bit more of the rice vinegar to my sauce. So I'm just going to roast my pineapple and brush it with the sauce. Just put a nice light coating on there. And this is to not only get some of the sauce to adhere to the pineapple, but also to remove some of the moisture from the pineapple. And then I'm just cutting up the broccoli. So if you guys just pull this apart, it won't make a big mess by cutting it. So just cut the core, and then you can just easily pull the pieces apart. And again, just make these about as big as you need them to be to make it work for your family. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put some olive oil on our broccoli pieces, and we're going to roast these at 400 with the pineapple and just season them very lightly because the soy sauce is very salty. The sauce is going to be really salty, so you don't want to add too much salt here. And then just go ahead and trim your chicken. Trim all of the fat and gristly pieces from the chicken, and then cut them into whatever size pieces you'd like. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some cornstarch on these. If you guys wanted to throw this in a plastic bag, that it could make it a little bit easier, but I just didn't feel like doing that tonight, so I just dumped it right onto the cutting board. And then whenever you're frying your chicken, just make sure that you are keeping the pan, that you're not overcrowding the pan. You just want to put a few pieces in at a time. And then you can see we didn't get too big of a crust on the chicken. We just put a very light coating of cornstarch, and that was just kind of to help the sauce to adhere to the chicken and to fry up a little bit better. You can see how nice the chicken looks. It's got some really good color on it. And then the pineapple as well, those have roasted down. And again, this is just to sort of remove some of the moisture so that when you're adding these in, they're not releasing moisture into your sauce, making your sauce runny. And then I'm just going to go ahead and chop up some cilantro. You definitely do not have to do this step if you guys don't like cilantro. Just keep it out of your rice and use regular white rice, or you could make fried rice or any kind of rice you want to serve with this. I really like the taste of cilantro, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop it up, and then I'm just going to add it. I just cooked this rice in my rice cooker. Whenever you guys are cooking rice, you definitely want to try to rinse it off really well. Try to rinse it until the water runs clear. All of that extra starch is going to make your rice really sticky. And then use a 2-to-1 ratio, which means if you use 1 cup of rice, use 2 cups of liquid. And then I'm just adding in my teriyaki sauce into my pan. This is the same pan I cooked the chicken in. You want to let the sauce reduce just a little bit before adding in the chicken. And then you just want to throw in the broccoli and then toss everything together to coat the chicken. I'm not going to put the pineapple in quite yet just because there really is a lot of pineapple. You guys could probably get away with just using a half of a pineapple. but my kids love it, so I used a whole one. And then I'm just adding that in there, and then you can just kind of let this cook until your sauce reaches the consistency that you want, and this will just warm everything back up. You can see all the sauce is almost completely adhered to the chicken, and I'm just going to garnish it with a little bit of sesame seeds, and then again just tossing it to coat. If you guys want to make this a little fancy, a little extra special, just spray a small bowl with some cooking oil and then pack the rice down, and then you can turn it over like I just did here and make a nice little fancy little rice mound there. And then you're just going to add your chicken to your plate. I always like to pay special attention to the way that I serve things and garnish things, just because I think things taste better when they look really nice. But this is obviously an optional step. And then I'm just going to garnish with a little bit more sesame seeds, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so that you guys can check out all of my simple, easy, and kid-friendly recipes. And much love to all of you.